Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Right here. Let's see the score.
They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped up some long runs in that contest, didn't it?
He did indeed. Some very long runs in that. Total scary. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They're going to be batted away and incomplete.
The second in the NFL interceptions, you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break up the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed and another example on that play.
Yeah, I was just filming with on YouTube earlier, and I noticed you were like putting up like clips of Terminator or something on there.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what YouTube policies are, but I know once you better be careful about clips with copyrighted music on there, like Bad to the Bone.
Oh, right, yeah.
A lot of people mute that. You know, not everybody does. So I don't know what the policies are and what some subscribe. You know, some YouTubers who are really like popular and famous, they might have more lenient rules for them. I don't know, but I was just saying, I noticed that. I was like, you better, as it's out there, be careful with some of this stuff. I know one channel that had like several 100,000 subscribers, they got kicked off of YouTube. They even had a video on it saying that because they did a lot of music reactions.
Yeah.
And they got copyright. They got like their 2nd or 3rd copyright strike because of it and got YouTube kicked them off. I'm not saying it happens, but I have no idea what the actual policies are. You might be able to pay a few seconds of a song or something, but don't sit there and record whole fucking songs and shit. Because some of these music people don't like it. But now you're not making money off YouTube yet, though, either.
Yeah.
Some of these people are making money off of it. You got 300,000 subscribers, you're making money off of it. And they'll be like, hey, they're making money off my fucking playing my fucking music. And I didn't give them permission.
Back to the ground, Cook.
I don't know how it all works, but I'm sure a lot of these YouTubers, like, because I say I'm like using green screen, they'd be like putting like little things in there and stuff like that. You know, they probably got like, an actual computer where they can do editing on their videos and crap like that.
Right.
I don't think you can't really do all that on the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more equipment.
But if you never get enough where you start making money, you would use some of that money to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Even some of these famous ones said that they spend a lot of money getting YouTube or streaming video, businesses.
Two catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes your game plan for that offensively, you want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. If he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now, they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Cook fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, and that's all, down to the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal,
and it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Oh, yeah.
He told us some teams script to probe in their the game. Other teams are script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. That'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, he's going to go 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Ray to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be now 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's lucky.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football.
They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins.
Yeah.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Dang it.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pick out there, and now a 2nd and 1. Cousins. Swinging this out right here for Cook. And brought down now before they get inside the 10 to the 7. It's It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Cook will take this into the end zone.
Beast mode.
Viking touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. The other 2 of them, he's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. All they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting a runner across the goal line.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 90%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Robinson. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, it's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's the first time that they looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Now Garoppolo. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And didn't get the push they needed. On second and goal, Garoppolo steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one. He's down again. Zadarius Smith buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to be moved down just outside the 10.
But we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they get me underneath stuff, you got to go make the tackle.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for a 3rd consecutive touchdown. That would be a crushing blow to the defense.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Rolling to his right.
Come on, Jefferson.
Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 6 catches, 73 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the Pats.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone going today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Now he's going to swing this around to his running back. So back to back plays. He's got nothing. And it'll be a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jared Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Kid team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Obviously not the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. And they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there on the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
Golly! He had him open, man.
And not giving ground.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing. Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cook up the gut. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football, and they'll set up shop at their own 39-yard line.
Football to the one empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
And he's got nobody else there to protect him.
Nobody else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down in front of the ball.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why you're going to find him in this type of a situation.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Ryan Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing at the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble, the potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Try! And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Bumping McCain here, the leader brings him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown.
Let's go, Jefferson. Let's go.
Second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Joseph Cadet on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
To the sideline, and it's caught, but the way's out of bounds. They try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Hand. Pick 6 on them boys. Pick 6.
They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him. It's almost
Yeah, we was in a dime.
You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
And 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. You don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Garoppolo throw complete there to Thomas. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Garoppolo. Right to the intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's a wrap. Garoppolo too old.
But the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception.
Let's see. Let's see what they do.
And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, have your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. 2 yards, good enough for first.
When you start running offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And taken down just shy of the 40. Good job there keeping him to a short game. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what the reigning defensive player of the week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keeping the short gains and make the fundamental tackle.
Gain on the line, it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
He caught that? How? I need a replay on that, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. He caught that? He caught that? How?
Chance to go downfield and score and cut into the league.
Densler, you couldn't get that? Hunter, you had him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They cheating.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And Thomas has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's get credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Come on. Oh, he dropped it.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time.
God damn it, man.
Skirts by him at the 35. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Good job, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week is what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going, and being able to make a play.
They'll run with Cook. And now move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 4 yards out. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more aggressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off, loading the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
You can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. You take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And complete this one to Patterson. And they'll bring him down here at about the 22-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically Charles' running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at a time, maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that one is still nearly even for he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they snap it one more time on 1st down. And the time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we'll move right to the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you try
Wow.
It's caught inside the 25.
Unbelievable.
And he's brought down here just
Unbelievable.
inside the 20.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold on here, man. What's really going on?
Attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Ball to the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the right side and complete to Thomas. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Falls wrong back, he's got it complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn up power game to try to get in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Bawden taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary that time 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. This is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get out of it.
Get off of him. Get off of him. Ah!
115 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Following the good run by Cook. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. Dancing to his left. But the man is Osborne. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. That one complete out to Dotson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking from the gun, Garoppolo. He gets it to Tyler. Oh, he's ready, wants the football, put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. Inside the 20, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments, sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right. He's 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. On the move past the 40. And they will finally stop him with a great return. Gets that football all the way down the 16-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
It's interesting part here that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. They know that whole expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. Recovery haven't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Well, now they've got a chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's Chris Way now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to get a touchdown on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's get credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll take it down shy of 45 to 46. 34 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up here in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they get their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
First down, here's Cousins. They'll buy some time right. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On the counter, this is Robinson. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Flip the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Robinson up the middle. That's a run to run now. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 47 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one lines up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for the flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. And I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo. Complete, it's Dotson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's Samuel caught left side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. That is brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Thomas has got it. Complete. So the lineup losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he'll go right back to Thomas. Complete again. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by the length of the football for a first down. They run it again with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they get a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football is...
There he goes, right side. Oh, at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And a 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
You know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Look at the throw. Garoppolo. Quick slant. Dotson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Garoppolo again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. There's Garoppolo to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Nuwagu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, A lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet,
and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to hold on here at 4. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
they tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Garoppolo now. Screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This one caught by Ridley. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Now go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Garoppolo looks to throw. And complete this one to Patterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Patterson on the draw. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Goal-to-go situation. But my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
This is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The Hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. First down, here's the run with Cook. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That with a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Yeah, the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal. As good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
When you say that with...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Vikings touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now with 3 touchdowns to 29. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 20. Now a hit, now loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, game day.